This episode is sponsored by Adorn Comfy Closet, where comfort, style, and satisfaction unite. Is it really that deep?
Not really, but we make it that way.
Well, let's casually talk about it.
Let's do it.
What's up, everybody? It's Ressie G, not Cardi B, but I still get to the money. Oh,
And I'm Oakland Jonas Galloway, a.k.a. OJ to OG.
and welcome to another episode of Casually Deep, the podcast. Today we're going to have a little fun, okay? It's going to be really, really cutesy, very demure, but I think that today we are going to classify some albums as some millennial classic albums, being millennials.
Yes. I think that the millennial era of music was truly like the golden age of music. And I think that we got probably the last catalog of classic albums from that era. And we can't name them all. So we kind of compiled a list of 10 that we felt like were the biggest of the best, or at least some of the most recognizable off of the top of our heads. And we kind of put them in our own orders a little bit. So now you have your order from 1 to 10. I've got mine. And then we're going to discuss like which songs from each album kind of gave us that place on our list.
All right.
Okay. So since you came up with this fabulous idea, I'll let you start. What's your number 1 or your number 10?
Let's start at 10. We'll do 10 and go down.
Okay.
So my number 10 is Jay-Z Blueprint.
Okay, mine too, actually.
I think that album really set, the album from beginning to end really gave us who Jay-Z is, and as a lyricist, as a hip-hop artist, sometimes as a rapper in some moments, and it really gave it to me. My number 9 is going to be my girl from Atlanta, Sierra Goodies.
Period.
Sierra Goodies to me was like, to know, like at that time you had so many artists that were coming out and popping when I was in middle school and high school, and it was like, oh, success is possible coming out of Atlanta, because she went to Tucker, Carrie Hilson went to Tucker, you know, and then she was, you know, I think what she went to Northwest or Norcross.
I know she lived in Riverdale.
I think maybe she went to Riverdale, and then you can always remember Monica on the South Side in the hood over there on Old National.
Period.
So, but with that album, the song that I would say to listen to first though, is not the album, it's not the title song, but it's Hotline.
Oh,
I feel like Hotline on that album gave it was so flirty, and like in my mind, I was like, I wish they could do a video to this song. I want them to be like in a telethon of some sort and just like dancing in a moment. Give me very much, that could have been like the precursor to Go Girl video.
Yeah. I never thought about that, but that really could, yeah.
It could have been a thing.
That really could have been a thing. I love that.
What's your number 9?
My number 9, I have to say Stripped by Christina Aguilera. That album,
Too dirty to clean my act.
hello. It was really like, to me, that's another one of those albums that really represents coming of age. Like, we saw her completely grow as an artist, grow as a woman. Like, when she came back with Dirty, Beautiful, all of those records. Fighter. It just seemed like we just saw like an evolving person. Like we were listening to her grow as a person, and that album really took me there because it was during my like coming of age years, and I was going through a lot at that time. So that's why the song Fighter for me is my representation song for that album, because that's where I was. Because I have a tendency to internalize a lot of my issues and like blame myself for a lot of shit. So like I'll be my own worst critic. I'll like beat myself up. And the perspective of that song is taking all of the negative things that like have like come into your life and using them as fuel to make you a fighter for your next destination. And that really kind of turned a level for me mentally. That really switched the notch for me.
I think that the Stripped album was Christina Aguilera's Good Girl Gone Bad.
Yes.
album. Like that kind of really was her turn. You know, that really kind of pushed her into that next level for sure.
Absolutely.
Number 7. What's your number 7?
We're on 8.
We're on 8.
What's my number 8? My number 8 is Pink Friday, Nicki Minaj. Okay. And because the list that we have, I had to battle between cultural impact and personal impact. And so some of these albums that got over Pink Friday were more personal impact for me, but I have to recognize the cultural impact of Pink Friday because it really turned a narrative for the presence of female rap, and it turned a narrative that female rappers can not only be successful but be commercial. Because I think we had seen female rappers be successful before. We had seen them sell music, but we hadn't seen a lot of female rappers actually, you know, gain endorsements and like brands and really sell things with products with their name on it. I think the closest that we had gotten have seen female rappers be muses for fashion houses. But we saw the Pink Friday fragrance, the collection at Kmart, the merch, the Hot Topic hoodies. Like she was everywhere. She was everything everywhere all at once with that album. And it also showed a different type of female rapper because we got up until that point we saw the hard female rapper, the lyrical female rapper, and the hyper sexy female rapper. But we never saw a female rapper cross over and take hip hop into a fully pop space. And I feel like Nicki Minaj with that album really kind of created pop rap.
I agree.
Now, in saying that, the song that takes me for that album is Dear Old Nicki. Because it's one of the most classic Nicki records, and I love an introspective type of record, and she's speaking to her old self. She's speaking to the Nicki Minaj she's speaking to Onika Mirage that's going to become Nicki Minaj, and she's speaking to herself now and the person that she's gonna become. And I'm just like, there's a level of humility in that we don't see very much anymore. Like people taking the stop and telling yourself to be humble, even though you are stepping into the biggest phase of your career, arguably in one of the biggest ways we've ever seen, especially for a female rapper. That level of awareness is just it for me.
My number 8 is gonna have to be Janet Jackson, All For You. That album was so flirty to me. It was, I mean, of course, the movie, it was linked to Nutty Professor when she did that. I mean, it was good. The video was great for the title song. But my favorite song on that album was Son of a Gun. Son of a Gun always kind of makes me feel that sexy, I love that song.
That shows that bitch record.
It makes you, it's a good get dressed album. I mean, good get dressed song. And to get ready to go out and get on the prowl and flirt with some boys and be sexy with my all black on. You know, it was so hot. And she was always been that hot girl next door. No matter what anybody say, she has a special place in my heart forever with that album. Even if she don't know what hot Cheetos are. I love that for her. I love that level of privilege. Love that level of she's so removed from it.
Like
and it's innocent. It's innocent.
That's so funny.
My number 7 is gonna be Confessions. Usher.
Love. Classic.
Love that album, and I think that was really, to me, it was like his breakup album. To me, because it was like he had kind of gotten over Chili. We didn't know what he was like. We were invested in their relationship. Like they were like one of music's best couples to me. Black couples. They looked good together. They were talented. Like I wanted to see a baby from them. I wanted to see music from them. I just wanted to see more of them together and see where it could go. I mean, no shade to either one of them and where they went in their separate relationships, but I was really rooting. We were rooting for you. I was really rooting for that particular couple to do something more.
Yeah.
The song is probably gonna be Let It Burn.
Ooh.
It's probably gonna be Let It Burn because I think that video was just everything to me, and I think that song is a beautifully written song, and it really is that breakup song from a male's perspective, where he is showing he's in pain, but he's just like, you know what, I gotta let it go, I gotta let it burn, I gotta just move on from this, even though it's hard to do it.
Even though it's, kind of hard for you to say this,
but it's better for you to let it go now.
Right.
Yeah.
But I can't think about Burn without thinking about Tom Dubois from the Boondocks. You didn't see it?
No.
Comment below and let me know if you know what I'm talking about. Let's just move on. My number 7 is actually Goodies.
Okay.
Because, anybody that knows me knows I'm a Sierra stan. Sierra live for her. Live for her. C-Squad the house down. And that was probably, that is really, damn near a no-skip album for me. It was just so well-crafted. It was so well-curated. It was so cohesive.
Jazzy face.
The vision for it, it was so right. That jazzy face, Sierra, that Show Nuff connection was just lightning in a bottle. And even though Sierra denounces that whole Princess of Crunk and B title, I wish we could have gotten an actual Princess of Crunk and B, or I wish she would have embraced it sooner than she did, because she ran from it for a while, and then when we got back around to the Basic Instinct era, and then even the singles that she's releasing now with Run It Up and What's Up, it's very Crunk and B coded, and we live for it. We live for it. But I just wish she didn't have to go through all that extra shit that she had to go through to get back here. But
it was growth, because she was very young too. At the time, she was really, really, really young.
True, and I can't say that I regret her going through those other albums, because she made incredible music. Like The Evolution, Fantasy Ride, incredible music. If I had to choose a song from that album, I agree with you. Hotline is the record for me.
Yeah.
I was robbed of that video. I was robbed. And then for her to tease us with the Vibe Awards performance, and then just never give us nothing else from that. I was like, come on.
The performance was horrible.
Well, I love the song. It was the end of the performance for me. She just let it go on too long. She could have cut it 2 minutes early.
She shouldn't have did it. When nobody watched the Vibe Awards anyway. Number 6 for me.
There was only 2 of them.
Number 6 for me would be Pink Friday.
Word.
I think that I'm going to make it real short and sweet.
Okay.
I think that Nicki Minaj should have embraced that she created a genre of hip-hop, period. She transcended on, she danced on both of those charts. And I think that she's been the only crossover artist to not be heavily criticized of being a sellout. And I think that with her, and when she did dabble over there, it was it just so happened to be over there, because even with Super Bass, she was rapping
down, but
she
it was a pop
rapping,
record.
but it went pop.
I think really the main criticism for her going into that pop lane was from her core fan base. We got so used to the mixtape Nicki. We got so used to Beam Me Up Scotty. We got so used to Sucker Free and, Playtime Is Over, Come Up DVDs. Shout out to the Warning cover. But there's just it was so new, and then for her to dive so far into it with the second album, I think it was a shock. Because I think we were able to accept Super Bass because it was a rap song that happened to go pop. But then when she started fucking around with Starships, we were like, hey, ma'am, what's happening here?
I like that Nicki Minaj. I like that one.
I like some of that.
I like when she went back and forth. Because Pink Print, to me, wrapped a bow on what she could do. Yeah. And then after Pink Print, child, please. But, Pink Friday 2 kind of was a derivative of that, but I definitely will put Pink Friday in that realm for sure. What's your number 6?
My number 6, I have to go to one of the Bibles of R&B music, Never Say Never, Brandy. Once again, anybody that knows me knows Brandy is the voice of my entire life. So Never Say Never, I feel like, was a shift in R&B music. Once again, that's one of those non-skip albums. I think anybody in the world can find a song from that album to apply to any moment in their life. It's just so good. It's so perfect.
What's your song from the album?
Top of the World, featuring Mace.
Really?
Yeah. Because it just...
That's my one skip on the album.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Shock.
It's just one skip, but I don't skip it if I'm like away from whatever device is playing on.
Fair enough.
I let it play, but it's like I like literally every song except for that one. It just didn't do it for me. It just didn't do it for me.
Well, shout out to Mace. What's your number 5?
My number 5 is Christina Aguilera, Stripped.
Okay.
And that album was one of the few albums that my dad bought me because my dad, he didn't allow me to listen to like rap music and stuff, so I could only listen to pop. And so with that album and Dirty coming out, he didn't want me to be influenced. So that particular album was
improperly influenced.
Well, guess what, John?
You're the motherfucking improper influence.
Okay, but yeah, I love that album. For every song on that album was epic for me. Mm-hmm. But if I had to pick one song from that album that I just at that time, Beautiful. At that time, Beautiful. It was like, because I was in high school and you get to that stage of okay, well now it's like girlfriend boyfriend stuff. I was an athlete at the time, so I was playing sports and stuff like that, but I didn't really focus on it. I was just trying to get good grades and get good scores and figure out what I was going to do with college.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's yours?
My number 5 is Destiny Fulfilled, Destiny's Child.
Okay.
I feel like if y'all gonna end a group, if y'all gonna say your last goodbyes, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like Destiny Fulfilled, in the name as well as the curation of the project, it really showed everything that they were able to do. It showed their entire journey. It showed where they came from, where they picked up Michelle at, where they dropped off Farrah at and her luggage, and where they kept on going. And it really showed it was really full circle. It was Destiny's Child, full circle, final form, final level boss, Destiny's Child. That album was perfect. That was a perfect R&B album. Fucking crazy. For me, Free is the record that I will just stop everything in the world. That song is on. I don't give a damn who don't like it. Get out my car. Get out my car. Because like we've discussed this, I'm a person when it comes to relationships, I will sacrifice myself for the greater team, right? And so I remember the day I signed my divorce papers. Crazy story. I had actually just gotten out of jail that day. Long story. But I remember coming home and playing that song like for 3 hours straight because I had spent so much time grieving over the relationship that by the time I actually got the divorce papers to sign them, it literally felt like Savannah hugging that man in the beginning of the movie, and she just, like, I literally felt free. Still go back to that song so many times to this day. Amazing. Yeah.
So, number 4 for me will have to be Emancipation of Mimi. I think that, I don't know why, but I feel like even though she was putting out consistent music, I feel like Mariah Carey, had to let us know what time it was. And she had to say, oh, y'all thought that the girl didn't have it in her. Still, let me show y'all because all of her albums were just Charm Bracelet, Butterfly. Every album was amazing. It was like...
But the fans out here, y'all slept on Glitter, and then it got mismanaged because the movie got released on 9/11. The actual movie 9/11.
The movie wasn't good.
I could argue.
The movie had no script.
I like bad movies.
The movie had no script. It wasn't good. But if I had to choose a song from that album, I'm gonna have to choose one, but only because of the ad libs that it beat out my other choice, which would be "Fly Like a Bird." Because when she lost her mind at the end,
baby,
them ad libs at the end,
I ain't even gonna try it.
And she said, "I need you to carry me higher, Lord." I said, "Okay, take it."
Amen.
She's taking it.
Jesus, take the wheel.
She's taking it.
She's taking it.
What's yours? What's your number 4?
Oh, my number 4, Confession. Everybody, this is OJ the OG, but I still got the juice. And I wanted to tell you guys about Adorn Comfy Closet, where comfort, style, and satisfaction unite. For all of your comfy closet needs, make sure you go and place your order with Adorn Comfy Closet. Confessions. Because I'm an R&B dancer boy. You got served kid. Like, R&B music and like R&B singers are how I learned to be cool growing up. And Usher was like the pillar for that for me. Confessions was like the monster album. Like, I think in Black pop music specifically, if not all of pop music, it was the last big multi-million album selling record. Like, that album sold 14 million records, right? Crazy record. Once again, no skips. I feel like it also set a tone for the R&B boys of the 2010s, because can't nobody tell me that Chris Brown's first album is not Confessions' little brother.
I think he pressed all of them. He said that this is how you do it, kids. And when after that album, to me, it seemed like all the R&B boys stepped up their game. Mario, Sammy chimed in for a little while. Chris Brown has been the only one to sustain. Lloyd, all of them, and Trey Songz. Trey Songz has some albums too, but what's the song from the album?
Can You Handle It?
Okay.
Can You Handle It?
Nasty.
You damn right. That song is, and as sexual as it is, it's sensual. You know what I'm saying? And then just from a superficial place, when I used to be a stripper, I made a lot of money off that record.
You know what I wonder about that song?
What's that?
I wonder who the female voice was. I always wonder that, because it's always those unsung female voices that we never know about in certain songs. And she was one of them. I don't know who she is. If you out there, girl,
comment below.
We give you your things and your flowers.
Hey, baby.
My number 3
okay
was and is Never Say Never.
Okay.
I think that album, just let it play, let it ride. One skip if I'm next to the device.
Yeah.
But my favorite song on that album is Truthfully.
Okay.
And for me, that song had a different meaning. Because it wasn't about, when the album came out, I wasn't in no relationship, dating, all that stuff, so I didn't know. But to me, it was all about telling the truth. And as a young kid, I would lie because I didn't want to get in trouble.
Right.
But it was like, telling the truth may not have been expedient, but it will keep you out of shit. And I later, to this day, resonate with that song because it still rings true, no pun intended, to if you tell the truth and you don't lie, then you'll be in the clear. And you'll always hear the truth come from me.
Period.
What's yours?
My number 3 is Speakerboxxx Love Below. Outkast. They are my second favorite rap group of all time. My first is Onyx, just because I relate to the anger and the baldness of it all. But Speakerboxxx Love Below, once again, if you gonna close out a group, this is how you do it. I feel like, whereas with Destiny Fulfilled, this was a really well-roundedness of who they became as a group. Speakerboxxx Love Below showed the greatness that they had as a group, but it showed how they had evolved into these individual artists. And how they had these two different things that collectively made them an amazing group, but now they're going to show you how those things work on their own. And it was so sick to see.
And that was during the double CD era.
That was the double disc days.
Double disc. Y'all don't know about the double disc. Like, when you open that thing, then you have the regular album, then you have
And then you
Especially
pop
with
that
Whitney
thing over.
Houston.
Oh!
That Whitney Houston greatest hits where you had all of the regular cuts and you had all the dance cuts when you popped that thing. Listen.
It was not right. But it
it's
was okay. Okay. My song from the speaker box Love Below is The Knowing. It is just it's a hip hop head's hip hop record. It speaks to the authenticity of hip hop. It speaks to what hip hop was built on, really telling the story of the community and observing what you naturally see in your environment and speaking to what's wrong with it and how we're supposed to grow from it, how we should change it, what we could be doing better. It was so articulately slayed. I'm such a hip hop head. And then it kind of falls into that like boom bap type of format, which I'm a 80s, 90s boom bap head. So like if it falls back in that days, it's automatically a hit to me. But just the content of it alone is just...
So that's my number 2 album.
Sick.
And I loved that album for similar reasons, but it was always good to see the success of anybody coming from Atlanta.
Facts.
And to know that
was me with
powerhouse Sierra. Group coming from Atlanta, they still true to it. They sound like me. They look like me. They're creative and weird. One's feminine, one's masculine. Tall T, pressed hair. Like, I just loved all of that because they represented so much for Atlanta and the culture of Atlanta within Black culture.
And also, one thing I don't think they get enough credit for is representing the duality of masculinity.
Yeah.
Especially from a presentational format. Because Andre 3 Stacks did not play with y'all. One bit.
He did whatever he wanted to do, when he wanted to do it, and how he wanted to do it.
And it was always fly.
And I love both, but
same.
I think that the song that always gets me is, well, it's actually not even a song. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and say Bow Tie.
Okay.
Because I have my 3.
Okay.
But Bow Tie always kind of gives me that very Atlanta backwoods type of moment, and then you get dressed just to go out to a grungy, stank, musty place to have a good time.
Put on your best shit to go to the hole in the wall.
Exactly. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Emancipation of Mimi.
Okay.
Mariah Carey, because everything about that album just is, oh, so you want to see a bitch go down the slide. It was very much. I'm finna show you on what motherfucking time it was.
She had on bottoms.
Very that. Very that. Yeah. Like, she was gonna tell y'all about moving her damn seat. Okay? And it was just from the word go, from it's like that, we belong together, shake it off. Like, it just kept going. And even when you get into the album cuts, which is where I come in, because my album song from that album is Mine Again. Oh, vocal. But just listen to the record. I ain't even gotta say shit. Just listen to the song. My God, haunting. And it sounds, and it's interesting as it is, if you listen to that song independent of the album, you wouldn't know which album that song came from. Because it could have been on Charm Bracelet. It could have been on The Emancipation of Mimi. It could have been on Rainbow. Like, that song just is like, it just kind of shows she has this individualistic thread that you find within all of her music, no matter what she tries, whether she's doing hip hop, country, boom bap, ska. Like, she's gonna always have this artistically well-written ballad in there that is going to snatch your entire soul for the next 3 Sundays.
She definitely has a way about, like, you know that you're gonna have a ballad, you know you're gonna have an inspirational song, you know you're gonna have, you know, a sexy single, like, you know what it's gonna give.
And you know it's all gonna be well written.
From that album, though, song, Joyride. That was such a beautifully done song, too.
I love that one, too.
That was a really beautifully done song. My number 1, Destiny Fulfilled. My number 1 was Destiny Fulfilled because it was like, it was like bittersweet. I hate to see you go, but love to see you leave because I want to know what, you're finna do. Mm-hmm. And everyone went on to do great things. And I think that people always forget that Michelle Williams has put out 4 gospel albums, and they all have gone number one.
Every single one.
Y'all want to talk about She Only Was on the Bridge? Every album she done went number one.
Stop trying to
okay. And I really love that album because it was like grown women. We could still have fun, but we could still give you R&B and, if we cross over, cool. If we don't,
saw them
cool.
Grow up.
We just sitting here singing with our sisters. Yes. And it was definitely the cherry on the top of their careers as Destiny's Child. Mm-hmm. I would say my favorite song from that album, I would have to say is Love. I think Love was like that album cut that really made the album full and complete. Because I always love how R&B artists they end the album either with like a nice ballad or they end it with a gospel song. Mm-hmm. I just think that's always just a thing.
Yeah, that's
that it really rounded out the album.
I love that. Mm-hmm. Good one. My number 1 is All For You, Janet Jackson. Mm. Janet Jackson is an artist that has completely changed my life. She's one of the people who made me want to be a performer. And that album is just so... it's just everywhere, everything all at once. Like, I can pick a song from that album to cater to any emotion I feel. Whether I'm upset, whether I'm happy, whether I'm falling in love, whether I'm breaking up with somebody, whether I'm having a problem with a friend, whether I'm insecure, whether I feel sexy. It's all on that album. Whether I'm feeling lonely, it's on that album. Anything you want is on that album. And even taking that further, my song from that album is Funny Enough, Someone to Call My Lover. Mm-hmm. I ain't looking for no man right now. But that song is lyrically a sad song. But when you listen to it, it makes me so happy. I can't help but... It's the guitar, it's the beat. I can't help but smile when I hear that song.
Quiet as it's kept, though, like when you look at the video, it's always been something about a black artist on a dirt road in a classic car doing their doo-wop pop-pops.
Yes!
It's like a staple for a good song,
It's like...
Or a good video.
It's that, to me, that for women in music is like the R&B boys when they used to do the arm stretch out. That's how you know they fucked it up in the video. That's how you knew the song was a hit. When you got this. Oh! Or when they was with their shirt off singing in the rain. If you put a nigga singing R&B in the rain, platinum. Done for. Where's the lie?
If you like our list of 10 albums that we classify to be those millennial classic albums, please comment and tell us what your order would be. And also, let us know what albums we missed that should be on there. Before we go, one album that's an honorable mention.
One album that is an honorable mention? From nobody on this list, Eve Scorpion.
Okay. I think the one album...
And that's just because I can't choose a Missy Elliott album.
I mean, I actually would give it to Chicken and Beer. Ludacris.
Yeah, so good.
Ludacris. I would give it to that one. So, let us know what y'all think in the comments. Until the next time y'all see us, make sure that you keep having these casual conversations and make them deep.